I've found that success is neither magical nor mysterious. Success is the natural consequence of consistently applying basic fundamentals. The question is, what are these fundamentals, and how do we master them? Let me tell you, in all my years of studying successful people, I've discovered that extraordinary success doesn't come from extraordinary actions. It comes from doing ordinary things extraordinarily well. It comes from mastering the basics. The philosophy of fundamentals. The first fundamental we need to master is our philosophy. Philosophy is our attitude toward life, our worldview. It's how we think about things. And let me tell you, everything starts with philosophy. Your philosophy determines your attitude. Your attitude determines your actions. Your actions determine your results. And your results determine your lifestyle. It all starts with philosophy. I've often said that if you want to have more, you have to become more. Success is not something you pursue, it's something you attract by the person you become. And becoming starts with your philosophy. Let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered what two people can be in the same exact situation, face the same circumstances, have the same opportunities, yet one succeeds while the other fails? It's their philosophy. One has a philosophy of excuses. The other has a philosophy of effort. One has a philosophy of blame. The other has a philosophy of responsibility. Your philosophy is like the set of your sail. The same wind blows on all of us. The wind of disaster, the wind of opportunity, the wind of change. It's not the blowing of the wind that determines your destination, it's the set of your sail. And that's your philosophy. So I challenge you, examine your philosophy. Is it serving you? Is it pushing you toward your dreams or pulling you away from them? Is it focused on reasons or results? On problems or possibilities? Remember, it's not what happens that determines your life's future. It's what you do about what happens. That's where the philosophy comes in. You can't always control circumstances, but you can control your philosophy. And that makes all the difference. The power of attitude. The second fundamental is attitude. Your attitude is the expression of your philosophy. It's how you respond to what life hands you. I believe that life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we respond to it. And how we respond comes from our attitude. Have you ever noticed how some people can take a seemingly bad situation and turn it into an opportunity? While others take a good situation and turn it into a disaster? That's attitude at work. Your attitude determines how you see things. And how you see things determines everything else. If you see obstacles as opportunities, challenges as chances to grow, and failures as lessons, you've got a winning attitude. I remember talking to a young man who lost his job. He told me it was the best thing that ever happened to him. Why? Because it forced him to start his own business, something he'd always wanted to do but never had the courage to try. That's attitude. Another person I knew lost the same type of job and spent years bitter and resentful, blaming everyone but himself for his misfortune. Same circumstance, different attitude, vastly different outcomes. You see, attitude is a choice. And it's one of the few choices we have that doesn't cost us anything but can change everything. You choose your attitude just like you choose your philosophy. And the good news is you can change it anytime you want. If you find yourself with a negative attitude, change it. How? By changing your focus. By changing what you pay attention to. By changing your philosophy. Remember, thoughts lead to feelings. Feelings lead to actions, and actions lead to results. The discipline of action. The third fundamental is action. Philosophy without action is worthless. Attitude without action is daydreaming. Success comes to those who are willing to do what others are not willing to do. It comes to those who take action, who move forward, who get things done. I've studied successful people for decades, and I can tell you this, they all take massive action toward their goals. They don't wait for perfect circumstances. They don't wait until they feel ready. They act, and they act now. There's a difference between interest and commitment. When you're interested in doing something, you do it only when it's convenient. When you're committed to something, you accept no excuses, only results. Are you taking consistent action toward your goals? Or are you just interested in achieving them? Are you committed to your success? Or are you just interested in it? The formula for success is quite simple. A few simple disciplines practiced every day. The formula for failure is equally simple. A few simple errors in judgment repeated every day. It's the little disciplines that lead to great achievement. It's the small errors in judgment that lead to failure. Success doesn't require grand gestures or monumental efforts. It requires consistent daily actions moving in the direction of your goals. Let me tell you about disciplines. Disciplines weigh ounces, regrets weigh tons. The pain of discipline is far less than the pain of regret. Choose the discipline of action today so you won't have to bear the burden of regret tomorrow. The currency of time. The fourth fundamental is time management. Time is our most precious resource. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. The difference is how we use them. Successful people understand the value of time. They know that time lost can never be regained. They know that time is the currency of achievement. Let me share with you a time management philosophy that changed my life. Don't spend major time on minor things. Spend major time on major things. Most people have it backwards. They spend major time on minor things and wonder why they never achieve major success. They fritter away their hours on activities that don't move them closer to their goals. Time management isn't about managing time. It's about managing yourself. It's about making choices. It's about priorities. Ask yourself, what's the most valuable use of my time right now? What activities will move me closest to my goals? What tasks, if completed, will make the biggest difference in my life? Then focus your time and energy on those activities. Eliminate, delegate, or minimize everything else. Remember, we don't get paid for the hour, we get paid for the value we bring to the hour. Success isn't about being busy. It's about being productive. It's not about doing more things, it's about doing the right things. The School of Personal Development. The fifth fundamental is personal development. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. The most important investment you can make is in yourself. The greatest return comes from investing in your own personal growth and development. I recommend that you read at least 10 pages of a good book every day. That's about 15 minutes of reading. Do that consistently, and you'll read about 3,650 pages a year. That's equivalent to about 18 books. Imagine the knowledge you'll gain, the ideas you'll encounter, the wisdom you'll accumulate. Listen to educational audio programs in your car. The average person spends 500 to 1,000 hours a year in their car. Turn your car into a university on wheels. Attend seminars and workshops. Surround yourself with successful people. Learn from those who have already achieved what you want to achieve. Remember, for things to change, you have to change. For things to get better, you have to get better. It's not what happens to you, it's what you do with what happens that makes the difference. The greatest gift you can give yourself is the gift of self-improvement. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Your income rarely exceeds your personal development. The power of associations. The sixth fundamental is associations. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Your associations have a profound impact on your life. They influence your thinking, your beliefs, your expectations, and ultimately, your results. Choose your associations carefully. Spend time with positive, successful, goal-oriented people. Distance yourself from negative, cynical, complaining individuals. I'm not saying you should abandon friends or family members who are struggling. I'm saying you should be intentional about who influences you. Be a positive influence on others, but don't let negative influences derail your own progress. Seek out mentors. Find people who have achieved what you want to achieve and learn from them. Read their books, listen to their speeches, study their methods. Join mastermind groups or create your own. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, who push you, who inspire you to become more than you are. Remember, birds of a feather flock together. If you want to fly with the eagles, you can't scratch with the turkeys. The art of goal setting. The seventh fundamental is goal setting. Goals give direction to your life. They focus your efforts. They give meaning and purpose to your actions. Without goals, you're like a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly on the sea of life. With goals, you're like a ship with a rudder, moving purposefully toward your destination. Let me share with you my goal-setting process. First, decide what you want. Be specific. Don't say, I want to be successful. Say, I want to increase my income by 25% this year by acquiring 3 new major clients. Second, write it down. Something magical happens when you put your goals on paper. They become tangible. They become real. Third, set a deadline. Goals without deadlines are just wishes. Deadlines create urgency. They motivate action. Fourth, develop a plan. Break your goal down into specific actions. What do you need to do daily, weekly, monthly to achieve your goal? Fifth, take action. Goals without action are daydreams. Take immediate action toward your goals. Sixth, visualize your goals as already achieved. See yourself enjoying the rewards of your efforts. Feel the satisfaction, the pride, the accomplishment. Seventh, persist until you succeed. Obstacles will arise. Setbacks will occur. Keep going. The only failure is giving up. Remember, it's not what we get that makes us happy. It's what we become in the process of working toward our goals. The practice of financial discipline. The eighth fundamental is financial discipline. Money is not the most important thing in life, but it affects everything that is important. Financial discipline begins with understanding a simple principle. It's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. Let me share with you a formula for financial success. Spend less than you earn. Invest the difference. Reinvest the returns. The first part of that formula, spend less than you earn, requires discipline. It requires saying no to immediate gratification for long-term gain. It requires distinguishing between needs and wants. The second part, invest the difference, requires knowledge. Learn about investments. Understand assets and liabilities. Know the difference between good debt and bad debt. The third part, reinvest the returns, requires patience. Allow your investments to compound. Don't be too quick to spend the returns. I recommend saving at least 10% of your income. Pay yourself first. Treat saving like a bill that must be paid every month. Avoid consumer debt. Don't use credit cards to buy things you can't afford. Live within your means. Better yet, live below your means. Invest in assets that appreciate or generate income. Be cautious with liabilities that depreciate or drain your resources. Remember, money is a good servant but a poor master. Don't work for money, make money work for you. The value of health. The ninth fundamental is health. Without health, wealth loses its luster. Without health, success loses its meaning. Your health is your most valuable asset. Treat it as such. Invest in it. Protect it. Enhance it. Exercise regularly. Eat nutritiously. Get adequate rest. Manage stress. Avoid harmful substances. Your body is the vehicle through which you experience life. Keep it in good condition. Don't neglect it. Don't abuse it. Remember, it's easier to maintain good health than to regain it once it's lost. Prevention is better than cure. The gift of relationships. The 10th fundamental is relationships. Success without someone to share with is hollow. Cultivate meaningful relationships. Nurture them. Invest time and energy in them. Be a giver, not just a taker. Add value to others' lives. Serve, support, encourage, and inspire. Practice forgiveness. Let go of grudges. They only poison your own well-being. Communicate effectively. Listen more than you speak. Seek to understand before being understood. Remember, the quality of your life is largely determined by the quality of your relationships. The joy of contribution. The 11th fundamental is contribution. We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. Find ways to contribute to others. Use your talents, skills, and resources to make a positive difference. Contribution gives meaning to success. It transforms achievement from self-serving to significant. You don't have to be wealthy to contribute. You can give your time, your talents, your attention, your love. Remember, the more you give, the more you receive, not because of some cosmic reward system, but because giving enlarges your capacity to receive. The foundation of character. The 12th fundamental is character. Your character is your foundation. It's who you are when no one is watching. Integrity, honesty, reliability, responsibility. These are not outdated virtues. They are timeless qualities that distinguish those who succeed long-term from those who merely have temporary victories. Your character determines the height of your success. Talent can take you only so far. Character takes you all the way. Guard your character. Don't compromise it for short-term gain. The price is too high. Remember, your reputation is what others think you are. Your character is what you really are. The power of words. The 13th fundamental is communication. Your ability to express yourself clearly and persuasively is crucial to your success. Learn to communicate effectively, both in speaking and in writing. Study the art of persuasion. Master the skill of listening. Words have power. They can inspire or discourage, clarify or confuse, unite or divide. Use them wisely. Remember, it's not just what you say, it's also how you say it. Your tone, your timing, your body language all communicate messages beyond your words. The practice of gratitude. The 14th fundamental is gratitude. Gratitude transforms what we have into enough. Develop the habit of gratitude. Count your blessings. Appreciate the good in your life. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present. It changes your perspective from scarcity to abundance. Remember, gratitude turns what we have into more than enough. Denial turns what we have into enough. And comparison steals our joy completely. The art of decision making. The 15th fundamental is decision making. Your life is the sum total of your decisions. Learn to make good decisions. Gather information. Consider consequences. Consult trusted advisors. Then decide. Don't procrastinate on important decisions. Indecision is a decision, usually the wrong one. Remember, it's in your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped. The strength of resilience. The 16th fundamental is resilience. The ability to bounce back from setbacks is essential for long-term success. Develop mental toughness. Learn from failures. View obstacles as challenges to overcome, not reasons to quit. Remember, it's not what happens to you that matters, it's how you respond. Resilience is not about avoiding the storm, it's about learning to dance in the rain. The habit of consistency. The 17th fundamental is consistency. Success doesn't come from what you do occasionally, it comes from what you do consistently. Small actions performed consistently over time yield remarkable results. Consistency is the key to mastery. Remember, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. The art of focus. The 18th fundamental is focus. The ability to concentrate your attention and efforts on your most important priorities is a critical success skill. Eliminate distractions. Say no to activities that don't align with your goals. Simplify your life. Remember, where focus goes, energy flows. Concentrate your efforts on the vital few rather than the trivial many. The magic of discipline. The 19th fundamental is discipline. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. Develop the discipline to follow through on your commitments, to stick to your plan, to persist in the face of difficulty. Remember, we must all suffer one of two pains, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. The difference is discipline weighs ounces while regret weighs tons. The power of belief. The 20th fundamental is belief. Your beliefs shape your reality. They determine what you attempt, what you persist at, what you achieve. Examine your beliefs. Are they empowering or limiting? Do they expand your possibilities or restrict them? Remember, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Pulling it all together. Now let's pull all these fundamentals together. Let's see how they work in concert to create a life of success and fulfillment. It starts with philosophy, your overall approach to life. Your philosophy shapes your attitude, which influences your actions, which determine your results. Your actions are guided by goals, which give direction and purpose to your efforts. Your actions are fueled by discipline, which enables you to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Your actions are focused on priorities, which ensure you're spending your time on what matters most. Your actions are consistent, which allows small efforts to compound into significant achievements. Your actions are supported by personal development, which continuously increases your knowledge, skills, and wisdom. Your actions are influenced by your associations, which either lift you up or pull you down. Your actions in managing money determine your financial well-being. Your actions regarding health determine your physical well-being. Your actions in relationships determine your social and emotional well-being. Your actions of contribution give meaning and significance to your success. Your actions of gratitude enhance your enjoyment of life. Your actions are guided by character, which ensures your success has integrity. Your actions of communication enable you to express yourself and understand others. Your actions of decision-making shape your destiny. Your actions of resilience enable you to bounce back from setbacks. Your actions are strengthened by belief, which empowers you to attempt great things. All these fundamentals work together, reinforcing each other, creating a synergy that propels you toward success and fulfillment. The journey of mastery. Mastering these fundamentals is a lifelong journey. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. It's not about reaching a destination, it's about becoming the person who can create the life you desire. The journey begins with awareness. Become aware of these fundamentals, understand their importance. Recognize their impact on your life. The journey continues with assessment. Evaluate where you stand with each fundamental. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Where do you need to improve? The journey advances with intention. Set clear intentions to improve in specific areas. Create a plan for growth. Establish habits that support your development. The journey progresses with action. Take consistent action to strengthen each fundamental. Practice them daily. Incorporate them into your lifestyle. The journey deepens with reflection. Regularly reflect on your progress. Celebrate your victories. Learn from your setbacks. Adjust your approach as needed. The journey unfolds with patience. Give yourself time to grow. Don't expect overnight transformation. Trust the process. Enjoy the journey. The promise of success. As you master these fundamentals, success becomes not just possible but inevitable. Not because of luck or circumstances, but because you've developed the character, the skills, the habits that naturally attract success. Success is not a mystery. It's not a secret. It's the natural result of consistently applying basic fundamentals. The promise of success is available to anyone willing to pay the price. And the price is not money. The price is time, effort, discipline, perseverance. Are you willing to pay that price? Are you willing to invest in yourself? Are you willing to do what others won't so you can have what others don't? If your answer is yes, then success is within your reach. Not instant success, not easy success, but real, lasting, meaningful success. The challenge to begin. My challenge to you today is to begin. Begin where you are. Begin with what you have. Begin with what you know. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Don't wait until you feel ready. Begin now. Choose one fundamental to focus on. Perhaps the one that resonates most with you, or perhaps the one where you need the most improvement. Take one small step to strengthen that fundamental. Just one step, then another, then another. As you strengthen one fundamental, you'll find it easier to strengthen others. They're interconnected. Improvement in one area often leads to improvement in others. The power of decision. The turning point in your life comes when you decide to master these fundamentals. When you decide that mediocrity is no longer acceptable. When you decide that you're capable of more, deserving of more, destined for more. That decision made with conviction, backed by commitment, changes everything. It sets in motion a series of events that transform your life from the inside out. The decision is yours. No one can make it for you. No one can force you to grow, to change, to improve. It must come from within. But once you make that decision, once you commit to mastering the fundamentals, you tap into a power greater than you've ever known. The power to create your life by design, not by default. The choice of lifestyle. Ultimately, mastering the fundamentals is about creating a lifestyle of growth, of contribution, of fulfillment. It's about becoming a person of value, a person of substance, a person of influence. It's about living with purpose, with passion, with joy. It's about reaching your potential, not just in one area, but in all areas of life. It's about becoming all you're capable of becoming. The choice is yours. You can drift through life reacting to circumstances, letting others determine your destiny. Or you can take charge of your life, master the fundamentals, and create the future you desire. Which will you choose? The legacy of living. As we conclude our time together, let me leave you with this thought. The greatest legacy you can leave is not what you achieve, but who you become. Your achievements may impress others, but your character inspires them. Your possessions may provide comfort, but your presence provides connection. Your success may create opportunities, but your significance creates impact. As you master the fundamentals, you not only create a successful life, you become a person worth emulating. You leave a legacy that extends far beyond your lifetime. That's the ultimate reward of mastering the fundamentals of life and success, not just having more, but becoming more. Not just accumulating possessions, but accumulating wisdom. Not just making a living, but making a difference. Ladies and gentlemen, your future is in your hands. The fundamentals are clear. The path is before you. The decision is yours. Choose wisely, live well, succeed magnificently. Thank you. The ongoing journey. Remember that mastering the fundamentals isn't a one-time event. It's an ongoing journey. Each day presents new opportunities to apply these principles, to strengthen these habits, to deepen these practices. Some days will be easier than others. Some periods of your life will see rapid growth. Others might feel like plateaus or even setbacks. That's normal. That's part of the process. The key is to stay committed to the journey, to wake up each day with a renewed dedication to excellence, to view each challenge as an opportunity to apply the fundamentals in new ways. The compound effect. One of the most powerful concepts to understand about mastering fundamentals is the compound effect. Small, seemingly insignificant actions, when performed consistently over time, create massive results. It's like placing a penny on a chessboard and doubling it with each square. By the time you reach the final square, that penny has become millions of dollars. Your daily disciplines, the small actions that align with these fundamentals, are like that penny. Each one may seem insignificant in the moment, but compound them over months and years, and they create extraordinary outcomes. The challenge is that the compound effect works both ways. Small errors in judgment, repeated daily, compound into failure just as surely as small disciplines compound into success. That's why mastering the fundamentals is so crucial. The fundamentals keep you on the path of positive compounding rather than negative compounding. The hidden power of fundamentals. Here's something many people miss about fundamentals. They seem so basic, so obvious, that they're easy to dismiss or overlook. But therein lies their power. While others are searching for shortcuts, for hacks for the latest trend or technique, those who master the fundamentals quietly build a foundation that cannot be shaken. It's like the story of the three little pigs. The pig who built with straw finished quickly. The pig who built with sticks didn't take much longer. But the pig who built with bricks, who took the time to lay a proper foundation, created something that lasted. The fundamentals are your bricks. They're not flashy, they're not exciting, but they're solid. They endure. They support everything else you build. The integration of fundamentals. Another crucial concept to understand is that these fundamentals don't exist in isolation. They're interconnected, interdependent. They work together as a system. Your philosophy influences your goal setting. Your goal setting drives your actions. Your actions performed with discipline create results. Your results reflected upon with gratitude shape your philosophy. And the cycle continues. Your personal development enhances your communication. Your communication strengthens your relationships. Your relationships provide opportunities for contribution. Your contribution gives meaning to your personal development. Your time management affects your financial discipline. Your financial discipline supports your health choices. Your health choices impact your resilience. Your resilience improves your time management. Every fundamental reinforces others. Strengthen one and you indirectly strengthen all. Neglect one and you subtly undermine all. That's why a holistic approach to mastering fundamentals is so powerful. It creates a positive spiral of growth that touches every area of your life. The personal adaptation of fundamentals. While the fundamentals themselves are universal, how you apply them is uniquely personal. You must adapt them to your individual circumstances, preferences, and goals. Your philosophy will reflect your values, your beliefs, your experiences. Your goals will align with your aspirations, your purpose, your vision for the future. Your approaches to time management, personal development, and financial discipline will suit your lifestyle, your resources, your priorities. The fundamentals provide the framework, but you fill in the details, you make them your own. You express them in ways that resonate with who you are and who you're becoming. That's not just acceptable, it's essential. The fundamentals must be personalized to be powerful. They must be internalized to be effective. The stages of mastery. As you work with these fundamentals, you'll move through distinct stages of mastery. First comes awareness. You become conscious of the fundamental and its importance. You understand it intellectually. Then comes awkwardness. You begin to apply the fundamental, but it feels unnatural. You're consciously incompetent. You know what to do, but you don't yet do it well. Next comes application. You practice the fundamental regularly. It begins to feel more natural. You develop some skill and comfort with it. Then comes adaptation. You make the fundamental your own. You customize it to your unique situation and preferences. You find your own expression of it. Next comes automation. The fundamental becomes habitual. You apply it without conscious thought. It becomes part of who you are, not just what you do. Finally comes artistry. You not only apply the mental effectively, you apply it elegantly. You not only practice it, you master it. You not only use it, you embody it. These stages don't necessarily progress in a linear fashion. You might move back and forth between them. You might be at different stages with different fundamentals, but understanding the stages helps you recognize your progress and persevere through the challenging periods. The community of growth. While mastering fundamentals is a personal journey, it doesn't have to be a solitary one. In fact, it's more effective when shared with others. Find or create a community of like-minded individuals, people who are also committed to growth, to improvement, to mastering the fundamentals of success. Share your goals. Discuss your challenges. Celebrate your victories. Learn from each other's experiences. Accountability partners, mastermind groups, mentors, coaches, all can accelerate your progress. All can provide support when you struggle, guidance when you're confused, encouragement when you're discouraged. Remember, your associations are themselves a fundamental of success. The right community not only supports your mastery of other fundamentals, it is itself a fundamental to be mastered. The evolution of mastery. As you progress on your journey, your understanding of the fundamentals will evolve. What seemed like mastery a year ago will reveal itself as mere competence as your perspective deepens. This is not a sign of failure, it's a sign of growth. Your standards rise as you develop. Your awareness expands, your capacity increases. What once satisfied you no longer does. What once challenged you now comes easily. What once seemed impossible now appears within reach. This evolution is natural and necessary. It's the path of continuous improvement. It's the journey from good to great to extraordinary. Embrace this evolution. Welcome the expanding horizons. Appreciate the deepening insights. They are evidence of your growth, signs of your progress. The balance of fundamentals. As you master these fundamentals, strive for balance. Not rigid, perfect balance that's neither possible nor desirable, but dynamic, appropriate balance. There will be seasons when certain fundamentals require more attention than others. Periods when your focus naturally shifts based on circumstances, opportunities, or challenges. That's healthy, that's wise, that's effective mastery. But beware of chronic imbalance. Beware of consistently neglecting certain fundamentals while overemphasizing others. That leads to distortion, to limitation, to eventual breakdown. The business executive who masters financial fundamentals but neglects health and relationships may achieve wealth but sacrifice well-being. The spiritual seeker who masters contribution and character but neglects financial discipline and goal setting may achieve inner peace but struggle with material stability. True mastery embraces all the fundamentals, allocating appropriate attention to each, creating harmony among them, allowing them to support and enhance one another. The perspective of process. Throughout your journey of mastering fundamentals, maintain the perspective of process. Focus not just on outcomes, but on the process that creates those outcomes. Enjoy the daily disciplines. Appreciate the small victories. Find satisfaction in the journey itself, not just the destination. This perspective transforms mastery from a burden to a blessing. It shifts your experience from one of striving to one of thriving. It changes your approach from enduring to enjoying. The process is where you spend most of your time. The outcomes, the achievements, the milestones, they're momentary. The process is where you live. Make it a place you want to be. The renewal of commitment. Finally, regularly renew your commitment to mastering these fundamentals. Review them. Reflect on them. Reconnect with your reasons for pursuing them. Daily renewal keeps your commitment fresh, your motivation strong, your focus clear. It prevents drift, complacency, and neglect. Make this renewal part of your routine, perhaps as part of your morning ritual, your evening reflection, perhaps weekly as part of your planning, perhaps monthly as part of your review. However you do it, keep the fundamentals front and center in your awareness. Keep your commitment to them alive and vibrant. Remember why you started. Remember what you're building. Remember who you're becoming. The final word. Ladies and gentlemen, mastering the basic fundamentals of life and success is the surest path to the life you desire. It's not easy, but it's simple. It's not quick, but it's certain. The fundamentals don't change. The principles endure. The basics work today, tomorrow, always. Embrace them. Apply them. Master them. And watch as your life transforms from ordinary to extraordinary, from frustration to fulfillment, from existence to excellence. The fundamentals await your mastery. The journey awaits your commitment. The future awaits your creation. Begin today. Begin now. Begin here. Thank you.